Hello, hello, hello. How we doing today? It is Monday, the 11th of December. All day, unless you're on a different part of the world. How we doing today? Doing good? Ready to learn? We've got this stream, Friday stream, and then Monday's stream until we take a break for the year. For the rest of the year, not for a year. But we've got things lined up. And by we, I mean me. In fact, just yesterday, I released an 8-hour fall asleep quick hypnosis session with positive affirmations. So, you can sleep for 8 hours if you want. Or less, or more. So feel free to check that out. I think it's in the app as well already, but it's just got released on YouTube, and we've got pretty much a video going out every day or every other day that I'm away. So we've got hypnosis sessions, probably a few a week, all for free on YouTube, and some coaching episodes as well. And if you're new here, my name's Joseph. I create content, hypnosis, mainly. Hey Leah, how you doing today? All the way in Australia. Great to have you here. I'm doing good. I did a 3.75 mile run. I didn't have time to get that extra quarter in. So that was nice. And now I'm thinking about just getting ready to leave. That's just on my mind at the moment, kind of winding down. Hey Lois, great to have you here, you superstar. Hope you're doing well. And hey Simon as well. Good evening to you. And Michelle, welcome back. Pleased to have you here. And hey Peggy, great to have you here as well. I go live usually on Monday. Well, I go live Mondays and Fridays. I used to do Wednesdays, but I've had to dial that back a little bit. But to Wednesday, I am doing a hypnosis session. And yeah, it's already high, I just noticed. On Wednesday, what did I send Sarah? Oh, we're doing a live beyond your comfort zone hypnosis session. So you'll be getting that on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific. That's what's going to be done. I'm going to record that tomorrow. Nice. Add a bit of hypnosis and we're perfect. Hey Mina, great to have you here. Welcome as always. Just got home in time. Nice. You're most welcome. And if you haven't got the app already, get the app. It is for everyone. Get the app. Because I'm releasing sleep sessions on there as well. So you can just download it. Am I looking forward to going home? Yes, I am. I'm never really looking forward to the 11 and a half hour flight. Actually, I think it's 10 and a half getting to England because of the wind. So I don't look forward to that. I don't look forward to not sleeping in my own bed. I don't look forward to jet lag. I don't look forward to the cold weather. But I'm looking forward to seeing my family. My nieces and nephews, my brothers, sister-in-laws, my mum, my dad, my granddad, my friends. So I'm looking forward to that. There is a liar in the chat because you're not new here. You're one of the first people when I went live streaming. Great to have you here now. That's like what? 2 streams in a row of chatting. I know you said you. Sometimes they're lurking in the background. Lurking. Nice. It's a pleasure to have you here. Excuse me. I need a cough button. Actually, I might have a cough button. What does this do? Should we try it? I've just realized I've got a cough button. So I'm going to press it. There we go. I've got a cough button. Why haven't I ever done that before? Hey Judith, welcome back as well. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for your recent YouTube comment. Or recent ones. Hey Alex, great to have you here. If you're flying to the UK, where are you now? I live in San Diego, California. I've been in America for about 8 years. I was in Austin for 2 years and the remaining in San Diego. And by memory, Alex, are you in Australia as well? By memory. Wow, I live on the edge of Carlsbad. So I'm in the North County area. I live downtown as well. Carlsbad's wonderful. Nice, well get ready for more. Are there many British ones still? Like, what's the Aston Martin probably, right? Probably an Aston Martin. Wasn't like the DB7. What did James Bond have? He had an Aston Martin. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's crazy, right? I've been to Thailand a couple of times, and that was, I think, 16 to 18 hours, and that was crazy. So 26. You might as well just stop over somewhere. Yeah, it's been a while, but I remember these things. Hey James, welcome to the stream. Yeah, LinkedIn's a bit funny, so if you don't know, I'm broadcasting live on YouTube, Facebook, on my personal profile, on my page, and on Kick, on Twitch, and LinkedIn, and my Facebook group as well. Nice. I don't know that one. I've heard of it. But YouTube is the better place to be for, because it's kind of built for audio and video compared to Facebook and LinkedIn. Oh, that's awesome. So pleased that it helped you, my friend. Have you got the app as well? Have you? Nine hours to Singapore, then 14. Yeah, I've been to Singapore as a layover for Thailand. That's pretty central. Not central, but you know, like it's a convenient stop for most places over there. Yeah, so just update the app because it looks like this now. Oh. It looks like this. Let me just remove your comment for a moment. Let's rewind it. So it's got this lot of sections. So you got the free stuff, over 900. You got the hypnosis library. Now we can let it play. And you get the app at freehypnosis.app, or you just type in my name on YouTube. Not YouTube, on the App Store. And it's on Android and Apple. But you got the day and night version. You got repeat functionality. You got downloading. Custom hypnosis session. We just kind of choose a topic and then 3 symptoms, and it'll create it. What else have we got? Long sleep sessions. So we've got all these 4-hour sleep sessions now. We've even got an 8-hour one in there as well. Got more than what you've seen there, because there's quite an old little overlay. Got morning meditations, audio programs. Night and dark mode. Playlist creations, I forgot about that one. So you can create little playlists. And then you just hit the 3 dots, add to playlist, and it's there. So that's it. I put a lot of money into it this year to have all the new sections and everything. Yeah, do you know, Alex, we found out last week that my podcast has been downloaded in Antarctica over 80 times, which is crazy to think about. Exactly, yeah. I've never been to Indonesia or Hong Kong. But yeah, I went to Thailand twice as well. One of my favorite was Koh Samui. And oh my goodness. Is it Koh Phi Phi? They don't even have cars there. It's kind of closed down now, but when I was there, you could get a little boat and it'll take you to the place where they filmed The Beach, which had Leonardo DiCaprio in it, and another famous movie as well. Hey Cheryl, welcome back. I am doing good, and I haven't got Sebastian here, but I'm getting him tomorrow. So I've got a little dog, and I've got a cat. I co-pet parent Sebastian the Schnoodle. So I need to see him before I get away. Now you're ready to learn. That's awesome. Great. So on the app, I have abundance tracks. I've got one's called Money Mind. One's on, if you just type in abundance, I've got a few of those as well. So you've got that all there in day and night form. There's a 4-hour sleep hypnosis session for that as well. So if I get to my app, go to the I got a runny nose for some reason. So 4-hour one. I don't know if I got another one in there either as well. Excuse my nose. Oh, we got the 4-hour money mind one as well. So you got 4-hour ones, you got day ones, and regular 45-minute sleep ones as well. And we'll be getting started soon. We usually speak for about 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then we'll get into the episode. Oh no, that's not cool. I know you're going to a Christmas party. You won't be fainting in England, but I know you being in Australia, it's your summertime. Hey Mary, great to have you here as well. Welcome. Always a pleasure to have you here. When I emigrated back in the late 80s, before you were born, I had late 80s. Before you were born, I was born in the early 80s. I had a 9-hour layover. 9-hour? Yeah, the humidity is pretty... Oh, Mr. Cuddles the cat, you can hear him in the background. And we need like a cough one for him. And I'll mute it. You got, so, Labradoodle. I think I would want a Labradoodle, because you got the Labrador aspect. Let's give it a go. There we go. Just looking at the comments. Mr. Cuddles is getting after all sorts of madness. So we might have to wait just a little bit. Just had a 3 days of 41. So, because Alex is in Australia, for those in America, that would be over 100 degrees. Right, that's got to be 35 must be about 30 to 35 must be about 100 degrees, I think. In Fahrenheit. I think. Alex, you should let you know that one. Being a bit of both. I have. I just never used my mute button. My cough button, I'm gonna call it. Listened to 4 hours sleep hypnosis last night, ended up working its way into my scary dreams. As the phrase is your job to care for your body, that developed the odd story. Check out the new one. I've released it yesterday. 8-hour sleep hypnosis. No, it's always been there. So these are all my buttons, and you see there, I know it's dusty, it's a little mute button, like all these other buttons. So yeah, it's always been there. I just forgot, never used it. I always use my main system. This is but it's far more of a reach. Okay, you got it. 95, I was pretty close. Oh, good. Yeah, perceptual positions. Change your perspective, you'll get a different feeling. Oh, you'd be surprised. Where I am is a lot of hardworking small business in my area. But you got the California dream as well. That will definitely help. So we should probably get on with the episode. This is all about two major themes, really, about your identity. And how, I was thinking about this last week, how our values and our identity can really create huge issues without even realizing it. So I want to break that down. And that will kind of help when I do the free hypnosis session on Wednesday of living beyond your comfort zone. So I don't even know what episode number we're on, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 queued up, but we're over 910, I think. Yeah, we gotta mix
things up a little bit sometimes.
Sometimes we do.
Like this one. Hello. Go deeper into trance.
Let's stop that. Let's not be silly. Oops. So let's get into today's episode. It's going to be something 900 something, but I just exclude it. I think Mr. C, the cat, has about to retire for a little nap. I actually want to buy a new piece of tech, but it's sold out at the moment. I was going to make that my Christmas present. Seems all my Christmas or things I treat myself to do is all about my work. Like I treat myself to this new camera because the old camera wasn't as good quality. Got all the buttons. But let's get into it. I need to quickly hydrate. Oh, use my mute button. And let's get to it. We'll see what Mr. C does. If you hear him, we can embrace him. Here we go. Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Joseph Clough, and in today's episode, we are talking about our values and our belief systems, which ultimately form our identity. And more importantly, how we can get into a lot of trouble if we don't discover and uncover those unconscious beliefs and values. You see, they are unconscious after all, because if you could change, you would change. You would just kind of click your fingers and let it go. So your unconscious mind is really running all the things that make up your identity. And you might even hear my cat in the background as well in this audio. He's going a little bit crazy. But that is all good. So let's just break it down to basics. In the last week or two, I did talk about how our values are very, very important. But if you haven't listened to that one, let's just recap. And if you do remember, it's going to refresh your memory as we go through this. So if you think about how you show up in life, we usually think about our environment, right? We try to change our environment, but that's not going to really work, because you can leave one relationship, go to another relationship, and just almost repeat the same experience with a different person. You can leave one job and go to another job, and things just keep on showing up to your disliking maybe. So whether that be anxiety, fear, worry, doubt, the imposter syndrome, all of those things. Now, the other thing we try to do is change our behavior. But behaviors are just habits, and they're governed by something bigger, which is our capabilities. If we have an unlimited level of capacity and capabilities, you get to do whatever you want. But if your capacities are very limited, it limits your behavior as well. So what governs your capacity, your behavior, your environment? What is those two things? Your identity, which summarizes the beliefs and the values that you experience. So what is a belief system? A belief system is ultimately how you believe about yourself, and something, other beliefs could be like how you believe about the external. As an example, you might have a belief that is like, I'm not good enough, internal, but you also may have a belief system which is external about money or relationships or about careers or literally anything which you're a part of but is beyond yourself. And then, of course, we have our values. Values are the things which drive us forward. If you have a high value for money, the chances are you're going to be more money orientated. Now, if you have a high belief for family, then you're probably going to be more family orientated. But how do these things start to get in conflict with one another? Well, let's just say you have a limiting belief of I'm not good enough or money's bad, then we can easily foresee how maybe we're not going to get the money or we're not going to have the confidence in our experience. Now, the other aspect of our values is really interesting for me, because values are the things which drive you forward. As I said, you can have a high motivation, but if that value is conflicted, it is got like a lot of fear around it. Let's just take the money example because it's easy to kind of paint a picture. Let's just say, if you kind of, for those listening on the podcast, this is also being live streamed on YouTube and so on. But if you can imagine just putting your fist in a fist or your hand in a fist position, and then imagine your other hand kind of just going over it, right? Like you're just kind of clasping around it. Well, that can be like an emotion. So the fist is a value for money, but it can have a layer of fear attached to it, or scarcity, or doubt. So you could have the strongest, highest self-belief system about getting money, like I am worthy of money, but if your values have a lot of fear attracted to it and attached to it, or guilt around it, or hurt or sadness based on our past experiences, we've got a conflict there. Now, you may have a high, wonderful value for money, but if you have a limiting belief of I'm not worthy of money, well, you can now see no matter how the high value, if you have a low belief, it's never going to get that. So one thing that you need to do, no matter what issue that you're going through, you need to understand and uncover what the unconscious mind is doing beneath the surface. As I said, all of these things are unconscious. You don't choose your belief systems. You don't choose your values. In fact, they will say in sociology, for the very first 7 years of your life, you are really imprinted, and some studies say like the first 4 to 5 years, with the values and the belief systems which make up your identity. So we may be running beliefs and values ever since we were young, the things that we modeled from our family, from our peers, or subsequent events like significant emotional events. But they're going to be unconscious. So you've got to ask yourself, what belief do I have about myself that is creating all this stuff in my life? What beliefs do I have about money if you're working on money? Or if you've had poor relationships in the past and you're working on that, what beliefs do you have about relationships? What beliefs do you have about yourself in terms of relationships? And then it's vitally important to consider your values. You see, if you can, and by the way, as another example of what a value is, it could be a reason. It could be your so-called why. Like, this is why I'm doing it. I want money because it will allow me to go on vacations and holidays. It'll allow me to have security for my family. I can give to charity. I can have the finer things in life. Well, you want to be conscious of those things, because you can't just say, yeah, I want money. Because the funny thing I always say about that, if you just go, I want money, but I could give you $1, €1, £1, and now you're fulfilled in that wish because now you've got more money. So you want to be as specific as possible in getting all those reasons to really uncover why you're doing what you're doing, because that's the values. If you want to be able to let go of, say, the imposter syndrome, think about the reasons behind you wanting to let it go. And the reason we want reasons is because usually we go, I want this, but I don't know how to get there. And if you do not have it, you have scarcity, because it's, or a lack of, because you don't have it in your existence. So if you can start to then go, well, if I can build my self-belief to a level where I know I'm worthy, where I know that I'm deserving, I know that I'm capable, I know I'm of value, I know that I'm love, and all of those reasons, you will then start to feel more congruently aligned with that goal and outcome. Now, in my main program, that's what we talk about right in the beginning. We do all the deeper, crazy cool transformations later, but it's important to have that foundation. We got to move from the scarcity and the lack and focus on our identity, our beliefs and our values, the reasons behind it. And I even say in my program, I want at least 100 reasons as to why you want to let go of, say, the imposter syndrome, or 100 reasons of what it will give you having let it go, because that's leverage for the unconscious mind. It causes the unconscious mind to go, well, this is why I really want money. This is why I really want relationships, because I want the intimacy, I want the experience, I want the connection, I want all the other things relationships may give you. But we don't just want a relationship, we want what it will give you. You don't want money, you want what money will give you. You don't want health, you want what health will give you as a consequence of being healthy. So if these just remain unconscious, you're going to be stuck. Now, values, which is a topic I could talk about all day. In fact, I've done a training around that before. Society is made up of values. We have cultural values. We have it in social media these days, rightly or wrongly. We have family values. There's like, society is made up of values. So you want to really be aware of your own values about what you want and who you are if you're going to really make the change. Because once again, just to recap, values give you the drive and motivation. So if you had all the self-belief but you had no value or drive or reason, you're never going to get what you want. And on the flip opposite of that, you can have the highest set of value, that yeah, this is why I want all these things. But if you have a lack of belief, you'll self-sabotage that experience, because you go, yeah, I really want it, but I'm not good enough, so therefore I'm not going to show up today. Your unconscious mind's going to sabotage your experience. It's going to kind of make you play small in your comfort zone. And by the way, the next free session is going to be how to live beyond your comfort zone. And I'll be discussing what we've discussed today about beliefs and values within that session. So it's going to line up pretty well. And if you're a subscriber to the app, the very next free session that you'll be getting is a bonus sleep version of that. So whenever you become a subscriber of the app, you get extra long versions, an ad-free experience, audio programs, you get 4-hour sleep sessions, even an 8-hour sleep session in there. You get repeat functionality, create playlists, morning meditations. You get everything that I have, really, other than my main program, which is a significantly different investment point. So you get all of those things. So we'll be covering that in the next hypnosis session. But before you do that session, I highly advise you really thinking about the beliefs that you have when it comes to a goal or a problem, the reasons when it comes to the values of why it's important. Because then if we get the why and we have the strong identity to really tie this all together, your capacity starts to be unlimited. Therefore, your behavior is inspired, and therefore you have an effect on your environment. So don't work on the environment, don't work on the behaviors, don't work on your capacity, work on your beliefs and your values, because that makes up your identity, and that is going to be your driving force. And another little sidestep, when you go into the reasons, if at all possible, if you can come up with reasons that are greater than yourself, it allows you to build a connection with something more. We've talked about this before, of like the hero's journey, where every book, every movie has been made pretty much follows the same principle. They have a problem, the actor, actress, or person in the book, and then suddenly something happens. Then they go on this journey, but along the way, on the journey of solving the problem, they find a greater purpose along the way. Now, if I think of my personal example, I used to blush, I used to have the imposter syndrome, I had the anxieties, worries, and doubts. I found out how to solve all that, and my next journey was hopefully to help as many people as possible. So that's like the second journey. So it's not about me. I just want to help as many people. So if you can find, it's not a necessity, but it will definitely supercharge it if you can find reasons beyond yourself. And it doesn't mean you got to help everyone. It could be, for example, a part of the reason why is you want to be able to create a legacy for your children, or if it's financial, to be able to support your community. That is something beyond yourself. So if you can come up with those reasons and those whys, you build up leverage. And then on the next session, you'll be able to really start to cement those in place at a deep unconscious level. But we need to let it become conscious first. In other words, be consciously aware of the unconscious values and beliefs that you have. Make those conscious. Then you can start to redefine them and design them, and then we can send it back down into the unconscious mind. So I look forward to speaking to you in the next episode, which will be that hypnosis session. And then for those who are subscribers of the app, you'll get the bonus sleep session. And if I can, I'll make a 4-hour sleep session as well. I'll do my very best to do so. I can't promise, because it takes a ton of time, as you can imagine, for any of these audios and videos I do, but I want to be able to hopefully serve you in a way that's going to support you and get you to where you want to be. And if you are enjoying my work in any small way, if you could ever just either become a subscriber or very least leave a review, that means we can inspire other people to make the change they desire and they absolutely deserve. And we can really leave the world in a better place than we found it. So with that, I look forward to speaking to you on a future episode. Many thanks and goodbye. And we did it. Even with Mr. C going all crazy. I think he wanted more food. I need to change my music. We won't go all festive yet, because on Monday, a week today, we're doing a festive stream. So we'll get back to this one instead. Yes, Mr. C. Mr. Cuddles the cat. Now he happens to be snoozing in the sun. That is technically true as well. The presents I get myself are tax deductions. But that is all I really get. But I like it because I've got all my things. All my things. And thank you for subscribing, Alex, on YouTube. Great to have you here. Hey Joe, no problems at all. You'll get the replay. Ideally go on YouTube because Facebook tends to mute me. They try to censor me by thinking that I haven't got the royalties for this music, but I pay a yearly fee so I can use this music anyhow I choose. But their system for that's not that good. And also, if you're on YouTube, Joe, I just released yesterday an 8-hour full sleep quick with positive affirmations. Thank you, Leah. Very, very kind of you. And thank you, Cheryl, as well. And Michelle, thank you. And Mary, thank you as well. Yeah. It's a little bit off-putting, though, when I'm trying to speak. It's like someone speaking to you when you're trying to have a conversation with someone. But we got through it. And I'm going to try and the other thing, I've got to edit a little bit heavily now. So changing the belief is the primary. To change beliefs have lots of reasons to get yes. I always tend to read your comments and want to answer before I've read the whole thing. They're kind of both up there equal. But if we find enough reasons, it's definitely going to give us the motivation. It's a good starting point for all change because it's a motivator. It's a reason to do something. So I'd say, like, so in my program, like I was saying, you go with what do I want in the positive, then the reasons, and then the identity. So because I'm worthy of those things, and then things just show up. Like once you have those, I know what I want, I know why I want it, and this is who I am because I know I'm worthy and the value of it, then you have the congruency and the alignment to that thing that you want. You're becoming that energetically aligned in mind and body. But I don't talk about beliefs enough. And I don't talk about values enough. Like I said, like we can go crazy around values because even as society, right, there are different levels of how humans have actually grown, right, to the level that we're in. So in the very, very beginning, what's the first level? Survival, right? We've just got to survive. That's the prime objective in the very beginning of us. Then there are these other levels where we want things like, it's almost like the human needs, like we need community. Once we've got that, we need things like independence on top of that. We also want things like success. And as we ascend, we start to go into these real bigger things of like humanity. But in an instant, we can go right down to level number 1. And we see it today. For example, your life, now I'm not going to use you or anyone here. Let's just say we're having a great life in, say, Florida, and then like Hurricane Katrina happens. Well, suddenly we're in survival mode where people do things they'll probably never do. We saw this with the things with the pandemic of like people fighting over groceries and things like that because so-called we wanted to survive. So at any given moment, depending on the situation, we can just descend to these lower levels. And we want to make sure that each one of those levels, which I can't go into now, like I said, it's like a day training, we clean up those levels so you have congruency. But I find it like a real fascinating subject when it comes to values. Anyway, that was my little rant, long rant. Awesome. Yeah, I'm doing a lot more as well. Doing a lot more. And you're most welcome. So Mina says, this was great, thank you. I realized I value peace, but don't always make the decision to align with that. Well, that's a good realization. All good, my friend. Mr. C. Yeah. Do you want to see Mr. C? Oh no, he's got by. 1 second. Mr. Cuddles. What are you doing? Look at everybody. There we go. That's Mr. C. Awesome. So pleased. That's one of the weird things about transformation, because we don't always see it in ourselves until someone else sees it within us. And the reason being is very much like growing older. Like, if I were around my family all the time, like especially like my nieces and nephews, and I lived in England, I wouldn't be able to see those changes because I see them all the time. But now when I go back to England to see them, they're like a foot taller, and like they're just, obviously I see them between them, but like it's more drastic. So it's easier to see things in others than we do in ourselves because of those gradual changes. But sometimes friends will go, oh wow, you're glowing, you're different. You have a good one, Michelle. Thank you for being here. Yes, Friday, I've got to decide the topic still. And thank you for subscribing to the channel. Yeah, the boy. Mr. C. You're getting compliments, Mr. C. In Japanese, we say kawaii. Didn't we talk about that before, kawaii? Yes, Roger Bannister, right? Everyone thought it was impossible to run the 4-minute mile. No one did it. And then when he broke it, I don't know if he knew, he must have known, but when he did break it, the record then got broken like over a couple of months again and again and again because they had new evidence. And all these beliefs, like being on a, I think there was a point of time being on a train, they thought if you went over 30 miles an hour, the body wouldn't be able to take it. So it kind of limited a lot of things. I think Mr. C wants some attention. What are you doing, boy? He's running around, jumping about. Yeah, beliefs define our possibilities, but beliefs are just observations, subjective observations. And that's why I sometimes say beliefs are the enemy of knowing. Because when you know, you know. It is a truth. Where belief in its nature has to exclude something else. It has got to be boundaried. Like a belief is like a boundaried up, where knowingness is just beyond boundaries. So there we go, my friends. Mr. C. I'm gonna probably have to see what he's on about. Sometimes he's been that. Well, we did a live stream and he was going crazy once, and then an earthquake happened, and then just like that. So hopefully we're not having one of those. Although we're meant to have had one the other week, but I slept through it. Questions are good. Maybe we'll have a Q&A on Friday. Maybe that will solve the last Q&A of the year on Friday. Put a yes in the chat if you want a Q&A. Kind of makes my life easier too, because that means I don't have to think. Put a yes in the chat if you want a Q&A on Friday, and then Monday we'll have a Christmas quiz. Okay. Yes. 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 That's true. Oh, that's true as well, I guess, but... Okay, Q&A it is. If we get... I'm going to put conditions on this. We've got 13 thumbs up. If we get to 14, if you haven't done a thumbs up yet, if you get to 14, we'll do a Q&A. The yeses and 14 thumbs up. On YouTube, that is. Oh, by the way, very quickly before we finish, last night, we hit 25,000 subscribers on YouTube. So we're now over 25,000 subscribers. In fact, to be very, very specific, we are at 25,030 subscribers. Which is pretty awesome. Yeah. Did we get 14? Did we get 14? No, we didn't. Thank you very much. By the time I'm back, let's see if we get the 26. Pretty good. Yeah, since I've been working on this again, it's really grown up a lot more. Thank you very much. Oh, we only got 13 thumbs up. Yeah, that's all good. I knew what you meant. Okay, my friends, we'll end the stream right here. I will be uploading the hypnosis session to go out at 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. East Coast, 11 p.m. United Kingdom. And, oh, look, very quickly, look at this. Marcel says, hello, a new subscriber. Thanks for the quit smoking hypnosis. 12 days off. Your voice is very relaxing. Wish you all the best, mate. Well, that's congratulate. Do you know what you get, Marcel? You get one of these. Oh, I actually wanted this one. Congratulations, my friend. Keep it up. Keep up the listening. I think that video's got like 250,000 at the moment. But yeah, keep listening every night for at least 30 nights for the best results. And you can also download that session within my app at Free Hypnosis as well. Yeah, you totally deserve one of those. Congratulations. And thank you, Mary, as well. My celebration. You have a good one, Cheryl. So Marcel, we were just about to finish. And then you popped in here. But good stuff, my friend. That is great. Congratulations. Great, and get those questions coming in, because we'll do one anyway. We'll do a Q&A this Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. East Coast, 11 p.m. United Kingdom. And then on Monday, the last stream of the year, we'll do a little quiz. A little quiz, yes. Mr. C, I'm coming to you in one moment. We're early for once. We are early. That's alright, I'm going to get to you. We're finishing. He's saying goodbye. So, have a good one, everyone. I look forward to speaking to you on the next episode. Many thanks, and goodbye. And then he bees quiet. Can you believe it? He's now quiet.